Now, this is a winner's match, I will remind you. It's because 100 Thieves, of course, their bout versus Gen G leaves them in the upper bracket. Chaos the same, up against Furia, but can they take another huge scalp? GG.bet does seem to believe they can. Look at the odds. They are in favor of the underdog. They've broken the top 30, and now they want to break Banana.
It's a brave bet to be making. I still think there's life in 100 Thieves, but it has to start pretty soon. A little bit of a reminder would be good, but Zeppa going to keep him humble on Banana, and this fight isn't subsided. These guys are committing, but speaking of, over towards Zap. Straight out we go. Belief is playing this so calm, so collected. He isn't showing anything until now.
A hard shot to hit. There were so many moving targets, so many moving pieces. 100 Thieves have played this well. And playing back in, Zeppa and Steel. The smoke, very nice for the retake, but JKS is ahead of it and can't really dig their teeth in. Good reactions from Zeppa, but doesn't translate. And the 100 Thieves do get off to the start they need.
All right, so just a couple of win conditions here. If we were going to go with a Chaos 2-0 story, it would be unlikely. It would be a big upset with all things considered, but they have done it to Furia on this exact same map pool. Now, one of the key factors on a map like Inferno for that of Chaos is Steel. And I say that because he's a swing man. Now, I don't know if he's into swinging, but he goes from site to site. When they're doing their three-man B-lanes, he'll be there assisting with the flashes and nades. When he thinks it's going to be over towards A, you can see him getting up close and personal towards apps. So how he is reading and feeling the game is very, very important on a map like Inferno. On the other side of things, for the Thieves, now this year, their Inferno, it's been a mixed bag in 2020, but they still have the lion's share of their rounds won on the T side. It's only 52%, obviously, compared to 48% on that CT side.
Called a gamble straight out of the gates on the Force chat. I kind of like it.
Now, you have to think about this in a couple of different ways, right? If you watch back the demos and you see where 100 Thieves traditionally finish, right? Maybe the B bomb site is pretty safe, right? If you can get banana control early, you hear me talking about it, you could just go for one of those set pieces onto the site with the Molotovs. This time round, like we saw in the Genji game, they don't have 3 Molotovs to work with. Remember that carpet of flames? So potentially going into the B bomb site, as we can see, would be a very, very dangerous play. But with Vanity on the arch side of mid, if he sees contact and knows that it's going to be A, they can drop back and save onto all of their upgraded pistols and just have another crack at it again next round.
Yeah, imagine if Vanity just takes that shot and disappears.
Look at this deagle though, Lauren. This is the one I like.
Well, it is pretty. The light catches it just right. They're being very thorough though. The Thieves don't want to let anything slip up here.
Well, it's a pretty deagle, isn't it?
So they should just save now. This round should be done. There should be no movement out of Chaos. They should just stay towards the B bomb site, maybe even go into construction, hold on to their goodies. And this might just be a gentleman's agreement. It's like, okay, we've got the bomb site, we'll take the plant. You hold on to your guns, we'll hold on to our guns.
A very fitting name for this that Henry G's got me into. It's a unicorn round, Lauren, where nobody dies and not a point of damage is done.
Why unicorn?
Because they're so rare.
Yeah, you're right. What do you think, Lauren?
You don't see them every day. There he is. I heard him. You didn't hear him? The unicorn of Inferno rears his horny head.
Oh dear.
Horn, Lauren, on his
unicorn,
nose.
They have a horn on their head.
Got it. Head.
They're normally white, and they can fly.
Yes, and something about they have silver blood, do they?
I think
That's Harry
so.
Potter.
That's Harry P.
We've gotten Harry Potter into every day so far, and we're on day 3. So if we can get them in every day that we're doing ESL One Cologne.
When did you last watch Harry Potter, and what does this
Should we have a marathon on Monday? We have the day off.
Anything worse.
We just
I just want to spend time with you guys, and that's what you say. Nice. Feels really good to be back, guys. Thank you so much for the lovely welcome.
I'll watch it with you, Lauren.
Thanks, Chad.
I guess it's not the same.
Okay, I guess not then.
Who's Ron out of the? Because there's 3 of us.
Right.
Who's the Weasley?
Yeah.
I'm not
question.
Weasley.
Yeah, I mean, Lauren's certainly not the Weasley. You've heard how she pronounces her T's. Chad, I guess it's...
Am I Hermione?
Yeah, no doubt about it. But I'm definitely not the HEP. Not the smart, responsible one. I'm more of a...
You're probably the Ron.
I'm more of a Hagrid, to be honest. Kind of bumbly, bit clumsy, kind-hearted.
Loves animals.
Loves animals.
Do you love animals?
Yeah.
Oh, Zeppa. That Molotov was just touching the toes. I think he was blind there. You can see the flash from Steel was actually the assist.
That's a lovely start for the Thieves. This second bite of the cherry has come out bitter. And tough shots for Leaf. He's trying to delay. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to get anything out of that one. So now Vanity, that Deagle, he was the canary in the round before on A, now has to do all of it here on B. There's really no hope for anything here. A couple of weapons would be nice to get the kills and rather than collect them themselves. Very thorough patience from the Thieves.
Yeah, I guess the pace of the last game could have shocked them to the core a little bit. It was just so quick, so in their face. Now that they're on the T side, they're having an opportunity to dictate how they want to be approaching that one. And Gratisfaction lying in wait will take down Vanity here. Now, one of the points about 100 Thieves having the majority of their rounds on Inferno this year, one on the T side, that means that Chaos should be looking to limit that as much as possible, right? So if they can find themselves with 8 or 9 rounds, making sure that 100 Thieves don't win the half, right? Don't let the Thieves win the half. Put the pressure on their CT side. And then if we're seeing some of these more faster plays like we got to witness on Nuke, there's a chance to rattle them to the core. Now, I believe when Chaos were taking on Furia on this map the other day, it went to double overtime. It was a very close affair in that one. So if it's going to be a slog, that's one of the ways this will be going down.
I haven't had the pleasure of casting Furia yet, but I've heard incredibly good things, right? An exciting team. So stylistically, I don't want to say polarizing tons of things, because I don't think they're...
Oh, nobody's like, no one's like Furia.
Yeah, exactly. So as said, I'm just wondering if the success the Chaos can achieve works against the style that 100 Thieves brings, potentially? Yeah.
Well, there was a couple of moves, a couple of smokes when I was watching back the demo that Chaos were throwing that clearly looked like they were just to dissuade Art from his aggro plays, right? So Art is the madman. He's the man with the brush that's kind of turning the aggressive style of Counter-Strike upside down once more. You know when JW and Fur and all those guys were madmen? Well, Art is like that times 10. Like, throw them all in a pot, stir them around.
So good with utility. How do you get away with that?
Art doesn't let go of W.
He goes.
They actually have plans and strategies and contingencies to set him up for entries where if he goes down and he's, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lengths ahead of his team, they still have a move that they can base off of that. At least that's what they tell us. And I'm inclined to believe it. Why would they lie? All right, gun round. Here we go. 2 MAC-10s, a Galil. Oh, 3 Galils in play, and the AWP from Vanity. So 3-man Banana lean, 2 towards A, and, well, the utility will be exchanged early, and Lias through the smoke. He isn't going to get anything done. Trades will come in. Zapper eventually gets taken down, and, well, B's open for business.
Yeah, wide open. The rotate's coming in from Vanity. He will have the AWP on the cross, but smoke is there, so we'll enable the cross of that in the hands of Azza. No issues there. Just going to be throwing out a Molotov to ensure that is safe and secure. So bomb will go down, and the question of a retake, it looks incredibly unlikely. The absence of kits, as well as Leaf's position, it does look like they want to preserve it. And so it will remain an unanswered 4-0 lead.
Jakey, just quickly, if you're with us, are you able to float the camera around towards top Banana? Let's see if he can hear us. I'm not sure if he's piped on in at the exact same time as us. There should be rifles to scavenge here. So Azza and Gratisfaction could be upgrading away from the Galils. So this was a bonus round that's turned out almost perfectly. Let's see if they can find them. I'm not quite sure.
There's a lot of nades and everything.
There we go. There's one. It's like, where's Waldo?
Can you get one? Oh.
There's one for Azza. He's looking for it.
Actually, I get a real gun.
Okay, well, 3 survive. Vanity and Leaf with the saved rifles on the CT side. They need to make these weapons work.
Oh, lovely little ears from Vanity there.
But he's quite funny on Twitter as well, isn't he, El Vanity?
Yeah, I'll give him a solid 5 out of 7.
5 out of 7 ain't bad.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Not too bad. Dank memes. Got to be careful with memes. They can hurt people's feelings, though.
I used to get my feelings hurt on the internet. Quite badly.
I still do. I'm very sensitive.
I've stopped caring.
I have to pander terribly.
How does that feel?
Shallow, mostly. Very shallow.
Standard start. Don't think I need to get you guys too warmed up for this one. It's just basic banana control.
Yeah, gosh, this 100 Thieves T side is sending me to sleep. It makes sense.
Guys,
I mean, it makes sense.
It's just like we had Nuke, right? There was T side just like thud in. It was like instant. We were like, oh god, it was 10 minutes and the map's over. And now it's like, alrighty.
All right, we're all going to stare at Banana, draw the utility. I mean, I can tell you why. You know, everybody understands as to the reasoning and justification behind the play. It is all about it here on Inferno. It's about just poking, prodding, drawing that utility out, weakening the CT squad, advancing and pressuring on your peaks. At the moment, Vanity will lose control of those mid brackets. Denying that information is a bit of a partnership. Gratisfaction alongside his squad mate Jacob, now just Jacob alone. His teammates will try to back him up, but the early frag found.
Something about CT Arch, ESL One Cologne, me and you, Alex, there's a feeling that gets stirred, but it gets put back to bed pretty quickly as they peel away from this. So Vanity, not to be the port of call, this could be Steel, who's kind of Sat tucked in and banking on Leaf. Finding info. Sees enough. Insta smoke comes in.
No, that was
Took
unlucky.
a second or two. Yeah, maybe not so Insta. And Steel's going to be called in to check. 1-for-1 trade, but they know the play.
Yeah, he's expecting the swing, and I can't believe he got Jacob so cleanly there. Azza still getting the bomb down, but they don't have much. It's a 2v4 for the Thieves. They need an early kill, and that's delivered. Jacobs, Azza, both finding one each, and suddenly what looked like a near impossible scenario has become a 2v2. Some of the stars remaining, though, in Zeppa and Vanity make it just Vanity. My God, it's got ripped out of their control by JKS. And there's nothing he can do. He resigns himself, and the Thieves continue. My God, their best chance in some time. And Chaos can't convert.
Look, that's just the synergy of playing together for 6 years. Azza and JKS, right? They've been playing together forever. JKS joined the roster of Vox Eminor back in 2014. And
He's grown up in that jersey.
Yeah.
He really has.
Yeah, it's been, look, a very long time for these two to be teammates, right? I'm sure that they know each other really well at this point. Okay.
One of those fans looks really childish in that bottom right.
What's he pulling off here?
I don't know.
What's he? Okay, Trace is out there. He's playing with the fan cams, getting involved.
The fun part is it's muted and they've got masks on, so you really can't tell anything.
No, it's lacking context, which is always a dangerous game, isn't it?
Well, I guess Chaos are the North American team. They have 5 North American players, 3 from the US. It's Steel and Jonji who are the Canadians in the mix here. I guess if we're taking check of nationalities, 100 Thieves is more of a mixed bag. Gratisfaction from New Zealand, Lians, JKS, and Azza all from Australia. And then Jacob, I don't know how he found his way into the mix, but he's from Norway. I'm a Pet, aka Chet. He's the only North American representative on the Thieves squad. He is the coach of the team, and over for Chaos, it is MCE. So those are the 6 components in the server right now for either side. And let's see if Chaos can start looking threatening, because it's 5-0 down. It's been a very stark contrast to what we saw over in Nuke, a slower affair. And Vanity, he needs to find a pick with the AWP, and he will.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered. You've only got 2 powerful rifles, and look at the boost they're opting for here. This is a little unusual, a little avant-garde.
We might see over the smoke if they do a CT smoke to cover off going into B, so not something I've actually seen before.
It has legs.
4 of them.
Yeah. But it does kind of hinge on that smoke. Jonji, he can kind of treat his teammate like a boost box alternatively and just stay in that boost position just at the off angle.
You can hear a pin drop.
Yeah, smoke towards Arch is going to keep Vanity posted, but he has all the info. Here comes the smoke from Azza towards CT. That will likely enable Jonji to see over it. It's what they've been biding their time for. Slow and steady wins the race, and the smoke start to fly.
There we go. Smokes hobble in. Jonji is still there. Leaf playing on site, so tucked in. Wait and see if Jonji gets anything out of this. Zebra's there too. He's dead. And well, not great for the CTs, but a lovely little take coming in for the T side there. So pretty all-encompassing. 2 players left alive, and maybe if a shot comes in, we could have some fun. But for some reason, I just don't have faith. But you know what? Steel proved me wrong.
I don't think we're going to get anything proved here. Even a kill, it's not going to be enough. Not even enough to make the round interesting. Do we start commentating this like tennis or cricket? We just stay quiet until the action happens, because it feels like a minute of these rounds or more.
Yeah.
It's dead silent. The
And that's
shift
okay.
key is being held from spawn. If we were playing Danger Zone right now, or Rush isn't here, but these are the type of Counter-Strike with Danger Zone players. Sorry, I'm a professional Danger Zone player.
I see. Does the Renegades Vox...
Oh,
hello. Not bad.
recover the AWP at the very least, but get a couple of extra consolation.
To go.
The bomb explosion. And it's a successful frag from Steel. That's going to have some ramifications. Of course, they got cash for days, considering how many rounds they've picked up the pre-fire. You can see how clean that was.
Any professional orgs looking to pick up...
Danger Zone teams?
Yeah.
Look, it's still grassroots out there right now. I'm the leading streamer in the world for Danger Zone, so that kind of tells you how well things are going. Double AWPs though, guys. Let's focus on the real game at hand. Jonji's going to pick up the secondary. Still the 3-man lean towards the top of Banana here. Oh, Leaf.
That's a kick in the chin. Leaf! Straight away knocked over. He only had 6 HP by the end of that dink. Jonji's burning. He wants to jump for the info, and he will see nothing, but the nade might find him, and this is a horrible way to lose your first 2 players. The 6th death for Jonji this time to the nice nade of Liaz.
I can't put a foot wrong right now, the Thieves.
Perfect. It's slow and it's clinical. That volatility of Chaos Esports Club, it looks great when they can dictate the pace on that T side, but as you have to sit back and let that coordinated Thieves squad pull you apart limb from limb, sight from sight.
It's going to be B as well. Look
back
at
to
this.
the wide open B side. They're trying to get there. Jacob's going to communicate that the rotate is on, and that bomb is still on its way heavily towards that B side. There'll be 4 there to receive them. 8 on the spray. Grass Faction does get the bomb across.
Yeah, if we can get the plant down, this retake feels like it has 0 legs to it. Still unable to get much on the spam. And Jacob's still around. He's still looking to do a bit of damage here. So if he can maybe catch a couple of these players, that could be a bit of an issue considering their cash is looking pretty shocking. That's one. Can he get the second? Of course he can. It's all going right. As you said, it just sometimes it all falls in your favor, right? You get the perfect wall bang at the start. Leafs down to nothing. You get everything going. Oh, Vanity. That's quite tasty. That's a nice little heady.
It looks nice.
Yeah, we got it. Look.
He's still going to die here, though. Watch
0 to
this.
6, Chad. We get excited by fine margins.
Well, I've been trying to be more of a positive Parrot lately, Lauren. I hope those vibes have been
Positive
felt.
Parrot.
Or a positive Pete. I didn't, I thought a Parrot, it's gender neutral. We didn't have to go
appreciate
anywhere with that.
Yeah,
Trying to
yeah.
be inclusive for everybody here. Parrots are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a parrot.
And I hope those vibes are being sucked on in here because Liaz, there's the nade. Nice and simple, easy as you like. Right on the tushy.
It's a pretty AWP.
What is that? I actually don't know what it is.
There was this 2 case. One's called the gun gear or something, and the other one's the red one that he's got.
Red one.
The red.
I don't know the names of the skins. I'm not going to pretend.
No.
I've been outside of the world of skins for a while. I think I've peaked. I've got what I like. I think knives are the only thing I might dabble in.
I know the 100 Thieves are winning, and the score is 0 to 7, but they've really sucked the excitement out of the room. I don't want to be that guy, but the way that they're playing, it's so good, right? I could harp on about, how clinical it is, the utility usage is on point, but there doesn't even feel like they're being pushed by Chaos because nothing coordinated has even had a chance to happen. When Leaf's getting dinked through holes and Johnny's getting naded behind a smoke, and that's the start to a round, where's the excitement? It's just not going to be here.
It's not just the start of the round, that's the end of the round.
That's true.
That's in the first 20 seconds. It is going swimmingly for the Thieves. Leaf's going to take a bit of a risk here, and now both of them exposed. He does catch the first with the 5-7. They choose to back away. Good damage inflicted into the Jacob, and JKS with his healthy pool does manage to advance. There will only be one man. It's Steel with a Mag 7 in the apartments, and as dramatic as this camera just looked,
What the hell
afraid
is
the
that?
scene significantly less dramatic. He could strafe out to kill this Jacob. Go on. Go on. He does get the frag. That's at least something. Finishing off the hard work of Leaf. Flash and a push. Zeppa.
They didn't even get out the smoke. Okay, all right. Here we go.
Because we've got a gun round.
Well,
here,
we
Chad.
need to
Set
pull
the
this back
picture.
as well.
Set the picture.
All right, round number 9. AWP in Vanity's hands. Full utility being purchased on in here.
Why are
Is
you
that just play by
pretending?
play?
Don't pretend.
I just thought I wanted to get myself hyped.
I know, but then, but if we're pretending, then they can tell we're pretending, and then they get upset about people pretending. You got to be real. And unfortunately, the reality right now for the Chaos Esports fans is that they might have to start planning their third map and taking a look at that one. It has been a dominant start from the Thieves, but maybe, just maybe, around before the double digits get broken, just
There's
to
a
build
kill.
the confidence. There's a first blood. A bit more competition into the server already.
Yeah, but there's so much more time. This is the first time we've seen them fight it back, right? Try and take a bit of space back on Banana and not lose out somewhat, feels like free, but then CT Arch is open because you've had to triple stack it. So they've already found a little bit of an answer back, a weakness, and look at Jacob. This guy's been running them circles. Is tagged up, doesn't matter, JKS has your back. That's a nice person to have watching your flank. Now Leaf and Steel tucked on the site, high flashes coming in. This is looking troubling.
Oh, they're all behind. Oh, John G had a real beautiful meal on his plate, and he's just thrown it in the bin.
It's just gone out.
1v1.
Lovely roast chicken. And now JKS is the one to convert. Both players with 3 kills already in this round. 2 of the stars of the show for their respective teams. And JKS is opting for the silent approach to apartments. If Leaf tucks in on pit, this does favor the CT. Bomb's on A. He knows he can just sit out of line of sight. And JKS has to make a sound cue here. He gives him the fight. And JKS can't believe his luck. Doesn't have to do anything. Just cerebral play as the chicken picks up the AK. 3.8.
So it's max loss bonus, everybody. Let me I can talk about that. So the fact that Chaos are yet to win a round, they have 3,400 coming into their bank balance every single round. Now, going into this one, you're going to be hovering around that 4K mark. You're going to need to see them just go for some light pistol upgrades. But when you're 9-0 down on the CT side, I was talking about not letting 100 Thieves win the half. Well, they've done that, and now it's just how many more can they pile on top. You would hope one more, but it's fast down mid. Grat's going to deal with it early.
Yeah, he should be pressured. He does have the support of Liaz. He actually gets double kill there. Zeppa just charging down mid with his CZ. We've seen Chaos win rounds like this before. And they managed to get it into the chaotic mid round. There will be no setup. This one will be quicker. John G Molotov out of position. His teammate Leaf swings in and gets another.
Down. With
the bomb, lose. This is the closest they've come to a round, but to change it could be Jacob. Phenomenal on Nuke, and a chance here once again to save the day. Looking for 10-0, and they get it. Good damage, but not enough. Chaos, quite the contrary to the namesake at this point here on map 2.
Everybody on the Thieves right now is tracking very nicely with the kills. We've got 9 for Azza, 9 for JKS, 8 for Jacob, 7 for Liaz, 7 for Gratisfaction. So everybody's contributing. They all have 60 plus ADR. And then you compare that to what's going on the other side of things for Chaos. Well, they're up Struggle Street. We only got 2 kills on John G, 3 for Steel, 4 for Vanity, Zeppa with 5 to his name, and Leaf leading the way, 94 points of ADR and only 7 kills. But none of this has resulted in a round, so all those frags are basically worthless.
God, don't say that. People who've had their stats are going to be devastated hearing it. And so is that nade, actually, Alex. That's a big chunk of damage.
Oh.
And an opening we haven't seen for Chaos. Maybe the last few could bring life into that second half.
Maybe. Steel finds his third. Great maneuver. Vanity tagging up Jacob with that AWP. Steel proactively hunts it down. Buzz put Gratisfaction and JKS into a tough one. Almost an impenetrable 2v5. It would hinge on some spectacular individual prowess, and JKS more than capable, as is Grat.
Still 3 towards top banana here because Steel's been able to do all that hard work over towards A. So, well, as I say that, of course, the rotation comes in, and Vanity dropping a smoke and dipping back over towards the A bomb site. For the Thieves, it would be about that damage. I'll bring up the magic number once more. 3 kills. If they can get any damage here, it's just about keeping the guns low, and it's about to head around the corner.
That's exactly what they wanted.
Yeah. Right. So I have a question just for the people at home, and this I could have, made a forum thread or maybe made a Reddit account again, done one of those fun things. Have people had the same experience as Rush and I have with their mouse, of using a wireless mouse with drivers? We both use Logitech mice. Mm-hmm. Occasionally the mouse will do a new weird thing with this, I guess it's the new anti-cheat measures Valve will put in place, where the mouse will do like a 360 spin, but it takes you exactly back to where you were looking. It looks kind of stylish.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if other people have been experienced that, or maybe Rush and I just special.
I have that mouse, and I've never had that happen.
Yeah, it's strange. It's a strange one.
Only in Danger Zone?
It could be. That's all I play at the moment.
No, I've been playing a fair bit of matchmaking again, and it's not happened yet, but maybe others out there can reach out. Get in contact with Sponge on Twitter if you too have a similar problem.
Or Instagram, slide into my DMs. They've been pretty empty
lately. Don't do that. Double Ops, Alex, this could be fun. Maybe there's a difference to be had. Never go to those DMs. It's a dangerous place.
Yes, and dangerous is Zeppa's middle name. He's got himself another double. Grat will finish this one off, though. Still unwilling to go for the immediate trade, and that does mean he's ahead of the molly. Chaos have been starved of success in this first half, but looking to just finish on a high in the same way we saw the Thieves turn it on Nuke. Jacob does manage to get behind enemy lines and just cuts off Vanity's rotate before he could post up. Heading towards A. This is Leaf's domain, and the bomb Okay, so JKS has been spotted. If he gets this frag, he can also convey that they're going B, or at least that was the intention.
Oh,
Leaf, this
gone
is a
out.
bit too risky. Didn't anticipate it. With 35 seconds left, and now the A player's dead. The other one's in CT spawn. It's a dream, and it's almost out of the round for Steel. I don't really know what his options are. It's going to have to be saved. Orp at his feet. And so another for the Thieves. They're closing in on that match point swiftly, and a rather one-sided affair.
He's going for it? He's actually coming up middle. He's going for this.
Right, Josh. He's feeling it. I mean, at 10-1, I guess you got to try something. Jacob's over by Library. Has none of it. He's having a great tournament so far, at least in this series he's having a good run.
Now, the reason I was so surprised that Steel was going for that round, he could have saved the AWP, and then you can see Leaf and Zeppa, they had enough money here to buy into rifles. That would have meant there would have been a third on the board. Now you can see what that's done. So we have an AWP getting dropped across to Vanity, and M4 will get pieced across here as well. This could have been a little bit better of a buy, but the MP9s, pound for pound, with the utility behind them, if wielded properly, can be deadly. There's one defuse kit in play, so there's still a chance for this. 11-1, the scoreline is looking very bleak. Things are looking horrible for Chaos out here, but if they want to turn it around, they need to start now.
Yeah, would start with a nade like that. 3 players, 150 damage inflicted. And as that nade and the dust starts to settle, so does a 3v3 situation for the rest of round 13. Steel's been given the responsibility of B, rotating silently so as not to be heard by any T's pushed up to that breakpoint in Banana. And they're actually looking to be committing on this. The molly from Azza towards new boxes. It does look like a commitment at least, and that seems to be their well-intentioned. Here's the steps. He'll be communicating for the rotate. Does seem Vanity's on his way. Steel, it is all about timing here.
See if he can get it this time. He went for that 1v2, a little crazed, but he's still there.
Flash is good.
Flash was so well timed. He gives him a second to work with. He's clutching at straws.
He got 2. So
he's done damage.
He's got the info on 2. The only unknown is Azza. And looks like Emo is about to get some nade damage. Excuse me? That landed right behind him. Safe by the corner. Now a good chance, but not the transfer. Jacob doing the heavy lifting for the Thieves again. Steel, he has the info. He just doesn't have the kills. Grat can stand still. A bit of a standoff here. Finally finds one, looking for the transfer into the second. And I'm afraid Jacob, he's played this far too well. Steel would have to hold it to win. And he's not opted for that option. So a frag, but no round. A 12th now for the Thieves, and Steel does go down with the ship.
Whose map choice was this?
This was the Thieves.
Yeah.
Right, okay, fine.
It's quick and
I
painless.
was a little worried.
It's quick and painless for Chaos, right? Like, the sense is, obviously, a lot of the energy is getting sucked out of, I'm sure, their team speak right now, but they're not. It's not like they're losing clutches. You know, they're not losing 1v1s every time, or they're not losing 2v5s. It's not like it's being stolen away from them, and they only have themselves to blame. They're just being destroyed. They're being beaten by the Thieves, who are looking clinical right now. They're coming into round after round with a poise. Very good idea. With these type of losses, I would say in a series especially, it's much easier to lose 16-1, 16-2 than it is to lose 16-14 and then go into map number 3. So if this continues trending in this direction, which it looks like it will, Thieves should be running away with this one.
He has flashed out. Leaf's actually done some work here. Somehow, in the weirdest ways, they've managed to fight back on Banana, but it feels like the first time in a while, and at 12-1, I have to kind of keep a marker on how much we get excited by this. A good round is a good round, but Azza can still do a bit of work towards it, and even then you're giving yourself such a small amount of work to play with on the second half. So, all said and done, this feels just kind of a formality.
Strangely, the money isn't out of control on the Thieves side, right? Liao's 1,600, 2,300 for Grat. Let's see what Azza can do here. Sneaky beaky like. Oh, what?
Bloody hell. Spectacular shot from Azza. Reaction times, unfortunately, not going to translate to anything else, but what a shot. That was just pure reaction speed and precision.
Steel's typing.
Yeah.
You heard it after the shot came
Little
out.
click keys. Oh, wow.
I wonder what that looked like from Steel's POV. He probably turned on a dime.
Oh. Oh. I haven't seen Azza hit one of those shots in a very long time.
Yeah, Chad's getting some nostalgia. The rose-colored glasses are out of the pocket. He's dusting them off.
I don't think they ever went away.
Yeah, ready
The
to
jersey's coming on.
push them on up the bridge of his nose.
I just have like a dream, you know, one day, I don't know what happens, someone gets injured, I get like a call up, you know, bring out all the Vox Eminor jerseys. It's a bit like the mighty...
Who's getting injured for you to have your...
I don't know.
Who are you selling under... Who are you putting literally under the bus?
Look, I don't want to name names.
Literally. Goodness, Chad, don't do that.
Oh, no, Chad.
But we do need to find the answer as to whom shall be taking round 15. And thankfully, that's exactly what we'll be doing in the next minute and 32 seconds. Same as always. Taking that banana control, flash up the half wall, deny info. Maybe the CTs will go for the re-aggression. Zeppa's holding something for this. I imagine it's a smoke for half wall. Could be a Molotov for the flash peek. No, it does look like they are going to be doing the molly smoke combo. But that's just going to incite Azza forward. He is ahead and he is burnt out. It's a perfect combination of utility. Had they had a line of sight on that, that would have been a free frag. But instead, they've got nothing but the sound cue. They know someone was banana, and they've burnt just a little bit. Toasty toes.
That sound cue actually helps the Thieves as opposed to Chaos because they know that someone was on the other side of the smoke, which means they have top banana control, and the utility they threw, it was in vain.
Yeah, very good point. Vanity smoked off. Everything is just falling into place wonderfully in pursuit of their 13th hit. They want to get this one done. They want to start thinking about that third Mirage, if I'm not mistaken. Off spot for John G, but it is going to be a very common pre-aim. And they'll be rounding this corner into the stack. Steel's rotated over. 20 seconds, and you see that smoke from Steel. They have to go. They have to disrespect the smoke, and here comes the frag. Needs to be clean. Jacob, even though he's doing the flashbang dance, and now Zeppa's the one to grab their hand. 3v3, 9 seconds. Where is that ball? It's JKS. He does manage to get it down. And now into the hurt locker.
I like the molly, I like the idea, but it doesn't really change the outcome. A little bit more beaten and bruised, I guess you could argue, as Leaf works forward. He finds Liaz now down to 2. This gets a little bit of breathing room as Gratiffaction is found. It really is not much here. This one has been an absolute whitewash. 100 Thieves, it's got to be considering map 3 already. I know it's in the moment here, but this moment's almost over.
We're living for the moment now.
Big smiles for Graz Faction as he's just communicating how they plan to get into that third map ASAP. That's as soon as possible. For those of you unawares, myself, Chad Birchall, and Lauren Pansy Scott, the voices into the second half. And let's get it started. So 100 Thieves just need 4 to take us to Mirage. And GG.bet, they did previously have the backing behind the Chaos Horse. It does seem like the bit of seed of doubt has been sown after the first half, and that certainly makes sense. Grat with a fast smoke and into the apartments, and a great couple of shots from Liaz. We're off to the races, and it does seem like poor old Chaos will be nothing more than glue at the end of this one.
Yep. Put on your summer frocks, take off your heels. You've had a pretty trashy day out at the racecourse. I'm sure it's the same in the UK as it is in Australia. You see them walking home at the end of the day, stumbling along, holding their high heels.
Yeah.
Well, the hats are lost. Don't worry about the hats. The hats were out of there after the first couple of hours. So, this one's a rough one, guys.
I mean, is it? I mean, if I'm Chaos, I'd probably rather be coming into Mirage with a 20 rounds of accepting my fate than a 35 rounds of an OT sad loss. I mean, it's certainly one way of thinking about it. It's the silver lining angle. It's not like they're not going to be resigning themselves to loss here, though. They are forcibly buying in. It seems like Zepp will be playing into the utility outside of the Deagle.
Just quickly, Chad, if you don't mind, what's Chaos like on Inferno? Is this a map that they play often, or is this just simply not in their wheelhouse? I thought this was a decent map for them. Yeah,
look, it's one of their weaker maps for sure, but I was coming in with more confidence based off the fact that they pushed Furia, right? I don't know if I was lulled into it because of that result, and I thought it might have been close. I don't know if it was the tenacity that we saw within that first map. Maybe there's something to be said here, though.
Azza didn't choose to take that fight, but the supportive flash was his reasoning. And Jonji's done well to find a frag there. Jacob stabilizing the MP9 before it got away from him. Liaz just darting up and left around the graveyard, repositioning. Steele's making a charge for the B plant. And it does look like it will pay off. He'll at least get himself 800 bucks for every member of the Chaos Club.
When did you guys get that POV?
I think MC from Down Under's doing that.
From the
I kind of love it. I know it looks ridiculous, but it just, I don't know, it's like strapping a GoPro to a cat's head or something.
Yeah, I think, everything's good in moderation.
Even moderation.
Even moderation. And that will be the 14th as JKS converts it. So we are closing in on the expected result. Does look like Liaz is just giving JKS a love tap for his defuse. Stop getting a little seasick now, and we can all stay in one more static position.
We didn't get seasick on the boat in Malta, though, Alex. We were all right.
We were all right, apart from my hilarious return journey, Chad. Do you want to try and explain what happened there?
Oh, dear. This is more exciting than the game of Counter-Strike. So we were out...
Were you guys sailing the boat?
No, we had Captain Jay. Okay, I was second in charge. He looked at me as the most other trustworthy.
He kid's hat, and he was like, "You're
no." He said, "Listen, mate. If I fall overboard, this is how you steer the boat."
Okay.
Was actually the conversation.
That was actually the conversation. So anyway, this might be another quick one. I'll tell the story.
Put a fork in that, or whatever pin, whatever you want to put in it. We'll be back in a sec.
I can't watch this and be happy seeing still get a kill, but then also lose, the largest portion of HE backing through the molly. It feels like every small piece they take still has a pretty negative side to it. It's been a brutal map, and there's no two ways to cut it. There's no point telling you anything other than JKS. Well, the timing's going to be about everything here, and it actually goes poorly for him. So this is a bit of an opener. It's a bit of a chance. It's a building block to maybe a respectable scoreline. Jacob they're just taking fights straight up here, Alex.
Yeah, and there's another one right there. Azza's got himself at least 2. Zephyr should be the one to tie it up and secure the round. Gratisfaction, good fight, not quite finding the final shot necessary. And so, Chaos, they do manage to find their first T round. It took them 3 off the back of the pistol victory of the Thieves. You can see Steel's fantastic.
Oh, I don't love this. Sorry. Azza's buying already. JKS has bought on in as well. It's not going to be a full buy round by any means. And I know Chaos, they still probably have some gas left in the tank here. They're not going to just, roll over.
The team side was good on Nuke.
Yeah, so the thing here that I worry about is the fact that the Thieves are force buying into this. They don't have all the Molotovs, all the utility they need for banana control. If they lose this banana control early, which they have been, now they just have to sit back onto the site. They can be executed against very easily. And if they lose this round, that's where the true problems start coming in.
Whoa, they went for the flash retake of that top banana control. Jonji, just as the molly fades, what fantastic timing. And a second chance as well for Jonji. He opens up the B site. Chad's warning signs do seem to be in place absolutely and justifiably. And a great angle found by Jonji. Just the shoulder blades of Azza and another frown on Chaddy's face.
It's just a bad call. And I understand they have such a commanding lead here, but just play with a little bit of respect, right? Just go, okay, well, we know we're this far ahead. Let's do some upgraded pistols. Let's get a proper gun round coming out. Let's put a bow on this thing. Let's not allow this to become a messy game. And now they've done exactly that. So the scoreline is going to tick on up to 14-5. The guns that are being held onto is a Deagle and a CZ.
Yeah, and they didn't lose a single man, so...
Banks being built on one side.
Precisely.
Loss bonus on the other side, terrible. That means that we either see another force buy come on out, because it's only going to be, I believe, 1,900 as the loss bonus for the Thieves going into the next. So that means you either take the save now, right, or you force now. Now, if you take the save, you only get 2,400 into the next round, which is going to have the majority of them just around that 4K mark, not enough for a full buy. So that means we probably see another force from the Thieves here. I can't speak today. My tongue is getting in the way.
Just take it
Cut
out.
out.
Reasonable things, of course. No, I think I get what you're saying, and I'm also going to add in the dash that I liked what Chaos brings on T-sides. I don't know if we can apply that to all maps, because I only saw Nuke, right? But what we saw on Nuke was a nice indicator. It was like, okay, we've got a couple of nice ideas. I like their approach. We didn't get to see too much, I guess, of the CT side in the same regard, but that's kind of beyond the point. So maybe we could at least get a respectable scoreline. You look back on it, oh, it was, 16-10 or something, but... Yeah, the opportunity being created when maybe not necessary is a danger.
I mean, I wouldn't start writing Chaos out of this. Chaos out of this one, if they can continue to build upon that initial slip-up of the Thieves. There's a squad that's known for being unable to close. How many times have I talked about the incredible 14-X result for Thieves, and then it's ended up being the overtime loss that's harrowing and hard to explain. Chad doesn't want to talk about it. It's been time and time again. Story affixed to this team. But to change that is Liaz. Phenomenal work with the Desert Eagle. And another shot being hit by JKS. It's keeping it competitive. It is keeping the money honest. But it doesn't look like, with Gratisfaction's unarmored CZ, he's got much of a shout in this one. That's the end. Leaf picking himself up his team's 6th round.
So just have a look here at the economy when we get back from the highlights. You will see that a lot of players on the Thieves, if they want to buy M4s, won't be able to have a Molotov, smoke, HE, flash, and a kit. That is a full buy, right? You need armor, you need the rifle, you need all the nades, and probably 2 to 3 defuse kits scattered across the board. But it's not that case. 2 FAMAS is coming into play. Remember how this went for Nuke on ramp when Liaz got pushed within the early stages, had the FAMAS, he gets taken down. Well, again, we see 2 of them coming on out. The utility is there, so that's a positive. They can go for some map control. They need to be able to make these frags. So Jonji through the flames, takes a lot of damage early, already down to half HP. Grat on the AWP could be the saving grace, however.
T-side for now going to be kind of tendering towards A. It's their consideration, but it's certainly not necessarily the end goal. It feels though it might be. However, with Jacob posted up over by towards Banana, he can start going through the motions, ensuring it's clear, which he just did with the nade and the flash that followed. I saw Molly to force the AWPer away. Gratisfaction could have been a game changer in this round, something that was just discussed. And At the moment, his area of expertise where he can operate has been eliminated, just kind of bit by bit taken away.
Oh, I really like the progression of this.
You're going to go through it. Oh, JKS far too wise for those tricks. Does catch Zephyr through the smoke and Steel dismantled as well. Looks like Thieves have got their grip. It does incite a fast push towards B. They know there's only going to be one there. Rotate's coming in now. Flash did not catch Jacob, and he's far too experienced to let any of this funny business into his sight. JKS can clean up. There's a perfect flashbang, which forces Leaf to tuck in. John G in the pool with an AWP, not where you want to be. And he's actually, for some reason, going to try the plant. That was never going to go well. Hoping JKS would be smoked off for the full length of it, but that is going to be the 15th, and that is a oodle of map points for the Thieves. Mirage the third, if you're wondering.
Yeah, just one note that Mr. SEO, our stats guy, sitting at home, has astutely pointed out. Right now, the team opening kills are tied at 10-10. Actually, that can't be the case because we've played 21 rounds. So someone has more than the other. So this is just a little bit wrong, Ben. I'm sorry. But the multi-kills is 17-16. Oh, we had a unicorn round. He's right. Oh, he just owned me. Now I look like a fool.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, Ben.
He literally wrote
Sorry,
it in.
Ben.
Oh, he's done you.
I feel like a bit of a tit right now.
Yeah, you threw him under the bus, and then he just got out of the bus. He was the driver the whole time.
Pulled off the
whole
mask. Oh, dear. Okay, well, the point here is the fact that it's tied 10-10 in terms of opening kills, and the multi-kills are 17-16, which should be a close game, but we're not looking at that by any means. It's 15-6 scoreline, one more for the Thieves to close. It should be happening anytime soon. Even the progressions, this T side from Chaos, what we've seen, it's looked good. That last round, I really liked it. It didn't work for them. But I like the moves and the motions they went through. They've got top mid control with a minute 10 left on the clock. So potentially another A set piece, but there's already 4 individuals on the CT side ready and raring to go.
As a great success before, going to try and set up Jacob this time. He gets checked on, though. It's not going to go as easy this time around, especially if old JKS can't catch one through the smoke.
Re-smoking towards the library. It does indicate a wrap. Wrap Paranoid will tuck into Cold Zera. They've got great positions here, Chaos. They just have to convert the frags, and already Liaz is making things difficult.
Nice.
What a great set of frags that is. Triple. Grat adds the quad, and just one more head to pop before we start talking about my rage. Could go for the dankest flank. Bomb's loose on A, but he has got only 22 seconds. He really has to be quick about this one. He is still going for the flank. I can't quite believe it. JKS is not going to be... the sound cue.
What?
Hello? Put on your headphones. I'm not sure how that one's explained, and they spotted Grat. Thankfully, the shot is hit by the New Zealander.